To correct you, Ernie, not one of the most, the most. But anyway, Ernie,
you're
answer your
not
question,
sorry to correct me. You take great pleasure in correcting.
And one of the most humblest.
Elbow sandwich, that's right. So let me go, Ernie. Let's see. Point guards, how about Russell Westbrook?
Mm-hmm.
Shooting guards, I'm going to go with maybe D. Wade or Lance Stevenson.
Okay.
And at the small forward,
That's easy.
I got to go with the greatest of the game, LeBron King James.
Well, since he took the smaller guys, which is unique, I'm going to take the power forwards. Blake Griffin. And you know what?
He's one of the league's most physical players?
Yeah, Blake Griffin. Yeah, he's physical. He just gets thrown around a lot sometimes, but –
From Arizona, number 9, Andre Iguodala. At center, 7 feet, number 21, Hassan Whiteside. From Washington State, number 11, Klay Thompson. At the small forward position, at 6'9", number 35,
Thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Bertman. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against the Memphis Grizzlies.
And in that game, guys, they were just about as dominant defensively on the interior as you could ever be.
And once they got a few rejections, they had opposing scorers looking for those long arms and hands, and it caused hesitation in taking shots in there.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Pierce in at the small forward. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Curry with it. Thompson outside. Right side a screen. Shot clock at 6. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Second chance shot, so the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first personal foul.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals, but he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
That one is no good. And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt, and it's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
Here's Curry, following the score by Jamal Crawford. Whiteside a screen. There's the screen. Curry kicks to Thompson. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Crawford. On defense, Golden State. And this is the first season matchup for them.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Doc Rivers. Defending Kevin Durant is one of their focal points in this matchup. He told me that Durant gives defenders problems because he can pull up and shoot at any time from any distance. He said usually you can try and funnel and trap a player, but with Kevin, there isn't really a way to force him out of his range.
All right, Doris, thanks. And here is Curry after the three-pointer from Jamal Crawford. Curry attacking. Durant, the pass to Whiteside. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Offensive rebound.
Smooth, guys. Very good job there of getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
And, you know, those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes as much as any single play in a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can't allow, if you're the opponent, to have that guy continue to beat you in that manner on the backboard.
Here's Jordan after the made shot from Klay Thompson.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The Clippers in the lead. Now Paul. Against Phoenix, he was really on his game. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. Left side, Griffin. Paul outside. Again, the miss by Paul.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Durant, here we go. And it's Golden State with another.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah, right,
No.
Right. Yeah, he probably just thrown on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. And an interesting byproduct of Blake Griffin extending his shooting range in his perimeter defense, Clark, his rebounding numbers have gone way down.
Well, it's hard to have it both ways, Kevin. I mean, the team needs him to keep working on his perimeter game, and if he's out on the perimeter, it makes it tougher for him to get rebounds inside.
Griffin hits them both.
And on the topic of Griffin's rebounding, there's another force that helps submarine his numbers. DeAndre Jordan. Over the past few seasons, as Jordan's boards went up, Griffin's have gone down. Now, you'd think with the two elite rebounders that the team would finish better than 20th in rebounding last year. But that's another story.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Stolen by Thompson. And it's the Warriors. On the break, Durant's got the ball.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And back to Griffin for a minute. I think he will soon find a balance between his emerging perimeter game and his rebounding. 7.5 boards a game, far too few for him last year. He's likely to return to double-digit rebounding averages, I think, sometime soon.
Smooth checked in for the Warriors. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Redick is checked in. Clippers trail by 3. Paul kicks to Redick. Jordan the screen. Redick dishes to Jordan. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And Durant, here we go. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
And let's see the stat sheet here on DeAndre Jordan. He's coming off an excellent season. First in rebounding, first in shooting percentage, and one of the great shot erasers in our game, providing the last line of defense. How about top 5 in the league for blocks?
And, you know, getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is to do? That's a great asset for a team as well.
The Warriors have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Curry passes to Thompson. Back to Curry. He dishes it to Durant. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
You want to talk about a fantastic finish. That game had a little bit of everything and then a little bit of extra in overtime. So it was a great, great win for him.
A ton of fun to watch, whether you were talking about it or a fan. And that was a great, great game. When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Spates checked in for Jordan. Felton comes in for Pierce. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Felton kicks to Rivers. To the paint. Cuts off the pass. On the wing, Thompson. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Durant with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Thompson misses. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Here's Thompson after the basket by Los Angeles. Shoots from the block, and that one goes long. Got a piece of it. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Warriors making a change here. McGee's checked in. Outside Griffin. It's Redick on the wing. We've got 1:08 left in the first. And that misses. That would have put him up.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
To the inside. And Spates with the basket on the assist by Rivers.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already. And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
First trip to the line for him here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
Tony Snell's checked in for Klay Thompson. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Here's Curry. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Durant with a screen on Rivers. Durant dishes to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. That's short off the rim.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone. Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And DeAndre Jordan not a focal point offensively for this team, but as a defender, he entered.
I'm not really a big scorer for our team, but that's not my job. My job is to defend and rebound for our team. And, I've accepted my role, and I feel like I'm, excelling in my.
Well, Jordan, a man who knows what his job is, and he likes his job, Clark, and does it very, very well. He is excelling.
Yeah, he is. He may not be the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year, but he is certainly the Clippers' Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan's become a defensive beast, an animal defensively, and really the thing of it is he's still learning and growing. And he's going to continue to get better, which is scary.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
Steph Curry's out there with Tony Snell. Then there's Iguodala. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's West in at the power forward position. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. And here is Los Angeles now. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. Spates sets a screen. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Crawford's shot is good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Pierce against Iguodala. On its way from Curry for two. That's his fourth miss from the floor. He's made two of his shots. Paul kicks to Spates. Crawford with the ball. West picks him up. A shot by Jordan, no good.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Curry against Paul. Iguodala, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he fixed the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Spates sets a screen. Crawford drives in. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
West down low. Spates there. And it's sent back by Spates. Jordan the pass to Paul. Crawford outside. Shoots the three. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Chris Paul, guys, for the last decade, the best point guard in the NBA. Now, there's some new competition for that distinction, though, with Steph Curry breaking through to NBA stardom. And it's always exciting to watch these two go head-to-head.
How would you compare Chris Paul and Steph Curry?
Well, Steph Curry is just an off-the-chart shooter. I think the best in the history of the game in overall shot making and creativity as far as shooting goes. Paul is more of an orchestrator, a maestro supreme.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Thompson against Crawford. Here's Durant. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Crawford with another miss. Warriors trail by 4. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Thompson misses. The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Crawford kicks to Jordan. Pierce with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. And Spates gets it to go.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Outside Durant. Whiteside a screen. It's Durant with the drive. Down low. Stolen by Pierce. Now here's Paul. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game, and he gets it to go.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses.
allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Thompson outside. Whiteside, a screen on Crawford. Clock at 6. Right wing. Smooth passes to Durant. To halt the run. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Klay Thompson. Clippers were so strong on the road last season. They led the league, Clark, in field goal percentage while on the road, and actually they scored more points away from Staples than in it.
Especially down the stretch, Kevin. I mean, they finished the regular season with 8 straight road wins to get home court advantage in the first round. Superb.
And the Clippers call time here.
And the Clippers, with those 8 road wins at the end, you mentioned, that pushed their road record to 26-15. That was second best in the league. Also set a franchise high for road wins.
The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Griffin's checked in for Spates. Redick comes in for Pierce. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. Now here's Rivers. Defense right on him. Jordan kicks to Felton. Here's Griffin. From down in the low post, it goes. Griffin's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
You know, what's amazing about the Clippers on the road last year, guys, was the context. I mean, they had a bunch of back-to-back games and went 16-4 on the back end of back-to-backs. 11 of those came on the road.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Outside Durant. He kicks to Iguodala. 6 to shoot. Back to Durant. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Look at Curry, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line, and it's nearly automatic. And, of course, J.J. Redick, another player that shoots extremely well from the free throw line.
And how about the work both of them put in from the foul line? Just such a consistent, dependable performance from both. I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Here is Livingston. He had 10 points in the win against Memphis.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
There's the dish to Thompson. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing.
No one near Felton as he lets it go. The quick look, no good that time.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Steph Curry's checked in for Golden State. Warriors trail by 10. Feeds it to Durant. 1:15 left in the second quarter.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
That's good from Durant.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in block shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck. He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those. Boy, that was a pretty feed from Raymond Felton.
1:04 left to play in the first half. Here's Curry, and Jordan sends it back. And Thompson sends it back. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. 52 seconds left to play in the first half. Redick with the three. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Warriors trail by 10. Curry kicks to Thompson. Here's Durant. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. One of the most dominant players in 2014 was Kevin Durant, of course, winning the league MVP. Then last year, cut short. We know that he's now on a mission to get back to that level. And Greg, it's hard.
Yeah, you know, it all came down to health for Kevin Durant. And at this point in his career, I mean, he's got the maturity. He's developed the skill set. He's just got to stay on the court. And really, when you talk about the game of basketball, the rest will take care of itself.
You know, talking about Durant as he looks to recapture the league MVP, he can take a cue from last year's MVP, Stephen Curry. Curry battled through numerous ankle injuries over the years earlier on, only to come out on the other side with his best season ever in 2K15.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here's Iguodala, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
Rivers kicks to Griffin. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And we finished one half of basketball. Clippers ahead, up by 6. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry. And Steph, you've had to deal with a lot of defensive pressure. What do you need to do to counteract that?
I just got to slow down. I mean, we're playing good defense, trying to trap the ball screens and take on the three-point line. But, you know, just got to be aggressive, keep getting shots up, making the right plays, and no turnaround.
Steph, thank you so much.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and inserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Their three-point shooting in the first half was atrocious. Ugh, ugly, awful, nasty. It's not that they're just missing shots. It's like they just keep taking the shots. Hold on, Ernie. Hey, you! Whatever your number is, stop shooting the three. See, Ernie, that's all the coach got to do. Tell them stop shooting the three. Pass, cut, work together, do something.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Jamal Crawford in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. And it's Pierce in at the 3. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Jamal Crawford picks one up.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play. And those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball. And we know he can stroke it from long range.
Well, Greg, for Thompson, a hard-working defender. You were talking about it. Do you think Clark, his offensive style, frees him up to put more energy into defense?
Well, you know, it could be. I mean, he's extremely smooth. He's uber smooth in how he operates. He doesn't have to drive the lane and absorb a lot of contact to get his shot off, and he's quick and efficient. with his offense, so that does leave him more energy for the defensive end.
Whiteside, a screen on Paul. Pass to Durant, off the pick. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Griffin's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin. Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics, because this game is still yet to be determined.
LA's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Durant kicks to Iguodala. Here's Thompson. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Los Angeles leading by 4. Crawford with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. The tray. That's good from Crawford on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 6 assists here tonight.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Spates checked in for the Clippers. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Spates sets a screen for Paul. To the wing on the left. Crawford against Iguodala. It's Crawford with the drive. The Clippers rebound. The shot by Spates. Nobody around. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
And he should thank the D for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. The three-pointer, no good. Clippers leading by 7. Pierce dishes to Spates. Crawford passes to Spates. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Dishes to Curry. Back to Durant. Lets it go from deep. Tries again. Here's Whiteside. He feeds it to Thompson. Whiteside, Curry. Back to Thompson. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Curry against Griffin. Tries yet again. Curry can't get it to go. LA's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. It's Pierce with the drive. Paul with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
If you look at Chris Paul, you're looking at a guy who really is the standard bearer of point guards. I mean, he can pass, he can score, he plays great defense. He also competes. But what makes him the floor general that all others are measured against, really the instincts and leadership.
The first one falls. Going back to Chris Paul, if you could build a point guard from scratch, Clark, he might be the model.
Yeah, I tell you what, you could do much worse than him, that's for sure. One of the very best. 6 times he's led the NBA in steals. Just an incredible all-around player. One of the greatest team leaders, I think, in the history of the league as well.
Over the last 2 seasons, he's led the league in assists. You're right. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
You look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet up until last season, he'd been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
Timeout called the Warriors. Talking about Durant's physical makeup, some scouts were actually worried about his athleticism when he declared for the draft after just 1 year at Texas. At the NBA Combine, Greg, you were talking about this, he posted some of the worst numbers of all the top prospects.
He did, but I tell you what, he did blow people away with his length. 6'10", with a 7-foot 5-inch arm span. I mean, that makes up for a whole lot in this league. And as we've seen throughout his Hall of Fame career, I think it's worked out pretty nice.
I think it has too. And here's Crawford. 14 points for him. And he converts the layup. Crawford's got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Paul. And so here is Golden State. Pass to McGee. Shot clock at 6. Thompson from long range. And the Warriors miss again.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Crawford, no luck. Warriors trail by 10. West kicks to Curry. On the wing, Thompson. Pierce.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Felton dishes to Griffin. Down low, here's Redick, and Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Los Angeles making a switch here. Rivers checked in.
Austin Rivers.
Here's Felton. There's the feed to Pierce. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Pierce has got his first basket of the night.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today. And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations. Really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
West, that's good. Rivers with it. To the wing on the left. And here's Felton from the arc. And he gets it to go. Felton's got 6.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Rivers against Curry. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter. It's Thompson off the drive. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists in the game.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Redick with the bucket.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
And 1:01 left in the third. Curry passes to Thompson. Iguodala setting the pick for Thompson. West outside. Back to Thompson. Puts up the baby hook. The Clippers grab the miss. Griffin's got 6 rebounds in the game. And the wide open shot from Redick. Good. And a nice assist from Felton. Felton's got 4 assists in the game.
And, you know, J.J. Redick has shown steady improvement in his game. He entered the league as a spot shooter off the bench. Last season, averaged over 30 minutes a game for the Clippers. He's come a long way.
Timeout called the Warriors. And Redick has improved every phase of his game over every year, especially in the area of efficiency. Shooting over 47% from the field last year. And Greg, that by far the highest in his career.
Yeah, and his mid-range jumper last year, just automatic. The turnovers per minute averaged also ridiculously low. It even improved as a defender.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Durant comes in for David West. And Tony Snell subbed in for Klay Thompson. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Paul Pierce. McGee is screened. Snell kicks to Curry. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Curry's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Good. He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
17 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now Felton. He has 6. With 4 seconds on the clock, but he recovers it. Redick, a good look. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 8. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Los Angeles leading by 8. Iguodala out there with Durant. Then there's JaVale McGee. Then it's Curry. And it's Snell in at the 2 guard. That's the Warriors 5. Picked by Griffin. Redick dishes to Griffin. And Redick kicks to Crawford. Shot clock at 6. Misses off the left iron.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions. Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around. And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
And it's Paul penetrating. Pass to Griffin. Redick is in the corner. Picked by Griffin. The shot by Redick, no good. And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league, a signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, "Love never fails." And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off.
Griffin with it. Guarded now by Durant. And Durant sends it back. To the middle. It's tipped and stolen by Redick. Crawford left side. All up top, guarded by Curry. Paul passes to Crawford. Jordan sets the pick for Crawford. 6 to shoot. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
They throw good. Crawford. And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and 3-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
Good, and Paul gets the assist. And that's now 20 points for Crawford.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Right side a screen. They set the pick. There's the pass to Snell. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Whiteside. Jordan with some nice D. Clippers leading by 7. Kicks to Crawford. Griffin a screen on Iguodala. Pierce dishes to Jordan. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, a bit over eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the 2nd round, and he's made good on it, though.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
Griffin's shot is off.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen 0 drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness. But no question, he's improved his skills and IQ.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Thompson, he's checked in for Golden State. Curry against Paul. Curry kicks to Durant. Back to Curry. Down low. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Jamal Crawford picks one up.
And talking about DeAndre Jordan, he is displaying an energy level that many scouts wondered if he had. Let's face it, he underachieved a bit in his 1 year in college. He knows that. But when it's come time to do it at the highest level, DeAndre has risen to the occasion.
Clark, remember a year ago, Klay Thompson was the subject of trade speculation, possibly, in fact, going to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love.
Yeah, in the end, the Warriors stood pat, and it was a controversial decision at that point, but I don't think there's any question it was a pretty good move for the Warriors right now.
Durant, wide open, he fires. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Griffin uses both hands to slam it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Outside Curry. He dishes it to Thompson. Pulls up. No good. Excellent D there from Pierce.
And the Warriors, also inking Thompson to that 4-year, $70 million extension. A big show of faith on their part, and it's looking like money well spent.
And that one's good.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
Paul outside. Right side Griffin from 12 feet out. And it's in off the backboard. Griffin's got 4 points in the quarter.
And now Klay Thompson with deeper pockets, but never one to splurge. His father taught him well. I mean, his rookie year, he drove the family hand-me-down. He bought his next car used, so his focus is clearly on the game, not the glitz and glamour.
Right side Durant. Crawford with the steal. Paul outside. And it's Pierce in the corner. Again, Los Angeles.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
5 turnovers for him on the game. Guys, that's making it really hard for them to close the gap.
Clippers leading by 5. Guy is a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Durant just inside the line. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. Crawford kicks to Paul. Here's Griffin, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
1:16 left in the game. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Paul with the ball, picked up by Thompson. Crawford, no one around him. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Clippers.
You know, Clark, when you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Well, you said it all there, Kevin. They were lethal from behind the arc.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the player.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Crawford. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Thompson passes to Whiteside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for the Warriors, Hassan Whiteside. 2.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Rivers dishes to Felton. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now